Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the DC fan site that'll have plot synopsis and character bios for this issue. So, as I promised, this is only a 4-issue limited series. We have covered 1s, 2, and 3. Feel free to search for them. I do not have a playlist. Flex Mentallo number 4 from 1996 by Grant Morrison and Frank Quietly. I absolutely love this series, mostly because of Frank Quietly. I have to be honest. I think Frank Quietly is one of the best artists out there. Unfortunately, he is slow as molasses. Part of it is he's very ultra detailed. This guy draws 3 times. He draws, so he layouts and then draws it all in blue. Then he draws it all on pencil. And then he draws it all again on ink. It is a time consuming. So, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of Frank Quietly compared to other artists that have been around as long as he has. Strap yourselves in, brace yourselves, prepare to become fictional. Great image. I love Frank Quietly. I truly do. Not only do I have 1 through 1 through 3 already done, I also have JLA Earth 2, which these two did. So, all right, we're picking up right where we left off here. Before I continue, Grant Morrison is can be a little bit confusing. Just watch the entire thing before you make a judgment of whether or not you like this story. Grant Morrison is just a different cat. That's all. So, all right. The polyverse faces complete annihilation, endless parallel realities consumed by a force beyond understanding. The villain known only as the Absolute, the end all of all life everywhere. Real quick, when you're reading, I took off my glasses real quick to wipe my eye, and suddenly I could not continue. I cannot see without these glasses. Literally cannot read anything. All right, we continue here. We don't have much time. Nanoman, Minimus. And the two of them say, ready. I guess we're ready, honey. And so that was Nanoman and Minimus. That is a really cool name. Does it really matter whether we're ready or not? This is the only chance we're going to get. Minimus is right. My power of third sight gave us some warning that this catastrophe was about to occur, but we still have only one shot. If this plan fails, reality dies at dawn. And so, oopsie. And so here they are in the middle of the thing. So these are standing like the Justice League, almost sitting on this little, and like an eye-shaped table here. And so the guy in green, I don't know his name. So we can't let it fail. We're the Legion of Legions, and humanity's counting on us to save the world. And also, okay, the green guy's name is Limbo. So quit yapping, Limbo. I know we've had our differences in the past, Nanoman, but, well, you know what I'm saying, man. Good luck. It's all down to you. Bravo and Godspeed, my teensy-weensy friends. That's kind of cool, a chimpanzee with a mustache. So, Minimus says, okay, let's go. And Nanoman says, I love you, baby. I'll always love you. Always. And so Limbo says, they've gone into the micro-infinite. Now it's up to us. And so this guy here with the red glasses says, Lord Limbo, the teleporter, someone's coming through. And And this girl carrying this guy says, "It's finished. Earth is finished. I watched the moon turn red and crumble in the sky. I saw the seas boiling. Dad's phantom died a second death." And the blonde girl is either picking up something on kind of like a radio. "No more sky, ocean seething, everyone screaming at once. There's nothing we can do. Lady Limbo and Mega Glass checking out. Our prayers," and then something. And the blonde one says, "I've just lost reality beta. We're all that's left," she says. So, and this guy says, "Look at it, the absolute, rising like the dawn, nothingness, eating the universe, eating everything. It's finally happening, and we can't do anything to stop it. I could run and run at light speed, but there's nowhere left to go." And this guy here says, "We can't stop it, gee whiz, but we can use it. My counterpart, Mandu the Mysterious of Reality Gamma, managed to tell us that much before his universe was destroyed. We have to open a defect envelope into the absolute and mail ourselves into a new kind of reality." And Mini-Me says, "Never shrunk so far, never so small. We're entering the quantosphere, the fundamental state of being. I love you. I can't think of more. Love, always." And Nanoman says, "Love you. Don't forget. Don't forget the word. Oh God, it's love." So apparently as they get smaller, they're forgetting things. And so this guy here continues, "I've contained a fraction of our enemy into one of my Hubble bubbles. Now it's up to Nanoman and Minimes to seed the absolute and plant the ultra-hypnotic code word." And Limbo says, "This is it. Table retract, emergency stations, disintegration, code infrared." Man, the words that Grant Morrison uses kind of to explain this thing, it's just wild. So, and you may have noticed if you've been following this series, there really isn't a lot of Flex Mentallo. He just happens to be here, but it's not really. Other stuff has been going on, but it's not really a Flex Mentallo book. So, all right, Limbo says, "The seed is planted. If this works, we'll meet again on the other side." And the other guy says, "And there's the trigger image. Hold that in your minds. The key is the man in the moon. Engine failure. We're going down." So, strap yourselves in. Brace yourselves. It's not death. It's something new. And this other guy says, "Limbo, you ain't making it any easier." He says, "It's not death. Prepare to become fictional." And so it crashes into the city. This is amazing stuff. Very cool. Look at that. And so much later, "Jesus, what a mess. Did Mentallo do this?" And this guy says, "Mentallo's a Boy Scout. My guess is Faculty X did it. They want him to go on. They want him to find them. They're controlling everything." And the other guy says, "What the hell is that thing, Hoexer?" And so I haven't read these in forever. So I haven't, I've been reading them with you in kind of the order that I present them. I record these videos about a week ahead of time. So I don't retain the information as much. So I haven't read this story in early 2000s is when I read it. So, all right, the hoaxer continues here. "I think it's teleporter. Mentallo went on through there. I'm sure of it. This is the way, Lieutenant. This is where we have to go." "Jesus," says the lieutenant, "I don't know if I can handle this shit. How am I gonna go in there?" And then he says, "It's too big. It's Christ. I don't know. It scares the shit out of me," he says here. "Oh, sorry. You go through the door. What's the problem?" And then he says that other stuff. So, and then Hoaxer says, "It's something new, Harry. You want to help save the world. You have to take the rough with the smooth. Enjoy it while you can, and let's hope Mentallo's out there ahead of us. And the lieutenant says, Jesus Christ almighty, I'm nuts. I've lost my goddamn mind. And suddenly here we are. Love this concept. Love this design. Very cool. I truly, 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 truly enjoy Frank Quietly. After the Fact, Part 4. We're all UFOs. Or UFOs. Oh, what a great splash page here. I absolutely love this. And so Flex says, my search for my old crime-fighting buddy, the Fact, had definitely taken an unexpected turns. One minute I was trapped in a subterranean pleasure palace for adult heroes, and the next, well, even I'm not sure what happened next. You're not the only one, Flex. No, I'm kidding. And like I said, Grant Morrison can be he's just so many levels to his story. So I remember struggling toward the teleport tube, that's for sure. And then there were men in hats and coats. Faculty X, continues Flex. They cleared a way to the transporter, and as the glass door hissed shut, I saw all those weird super people screaming with rage. Then they, well, I'm ashamed to say, they turned on one another, Flex continues. The silent assassins, called Death Therapist, I love that name, pulled out his guns. The Kill Claw clan unsheathed their talons. Sarge Savage snarled and opened his trench coat, and then I was gone. And as the ringing silence settled around me, I realized my journey to the other side of beyond was over. I made it to the satellite HQ of the Legion of Legions. And so, off panel here, Flex, too bad, too late. And so, we now go to that other, the end was drawing near. Hello? Hello? So, we're not sure. So, here's the thing. We're not sure this guy, if he's imagining everything, if this whole entire story is in his head, if he sees, it's been it's been kind of weird. So anyway, so he goes, hello, are you there, are you still there? Something's funny. Something funny's happened, he says. I'm at home. I don't know how I got here. I'm a bit scared, to be honest. I don't understand how come I'm still alive, he says. What? No, I feel a bit weird. Have I been talking to you this whole time? Yeah. M plus M's. Oh, sorry, M&M's. M&M's. So, how the fuck did I get home, he says. And so you can see him walking, like I said, the pills, but it's just M&M. So is he crazy? Is this entire story in his head, basically? So I was talking about the superheroes. It wasn't aliens. It wasn't abuse. I was abducted by superheroes, the ones from the comics. They're real, he says. And they'd come to my house, and then suddenly he looks, and he's like in another place. He's like, fuck. Oh, fuck. And so, a lot of weirdness. And, this is just beautiful here. Love Frank Quietly. This isn't where I live, he says. And so this little kid says, use your binoculars. You'll see better. And he says, I remember this dream. I was just a kid. In the dream, I met this man with stripy trousers. And I gave him my binoculars. He looked through them and said, there I am. So, all right. They talk to you all the time when you're little. They live in, I don't know, it's like a factory where ideas are made. They escaped from the absolute, but the plan went wrong. Reality was flawed from the beginning. I mean, haven't you ever felt like there's something missing? Oh, this is so cool. The art is just amazing. They want to come back home. We can save the world if I can just remember my magic word. What No, the world doesn't have to be the way it is. We can be them, he says. It's their world. It's not. Oh, sorry. It's their world that's real, not this one. Our entire universe is a bubble inside this being called the Absolute. Yeah, they bypass the death of their reality by becoming fictional in ours. The ultimate pathetic truth in pathetic existence, they told me. So you can see him kind of figuring things out, at least. So we made the comics because we knew something was missing, and we tried to fill the gap with stories about gods and superheroes. But they're coming back to save the world, they told me. They created us, but something went wrong. Nanoman, he said, and Minimus, like in the comics. The comics are just like crude attempts to remember the truth about reality and. So the little. I guess it's himself. And so the little one says, Flex Mentallo's in trouble. And he says, what? He said, Flex Mentallo. That's what I've been talking about. I made him up, but this little kid says he's here. Where? Where's here? And so he points up there. I'd made it, he continues. And so back to Flex here. It's just that I wasn't quite sure anymore where I'd made it to, he says. Too late. The Legion of Legions is long gone. I trapped them in the heart of the Dog Star. Bow, wow, wow. And so, not seeing his face here yet. This place is mine now. The creative engines here on the satellite have been mine to control for quite some time. I made you, Flex. I made your whole sad, scabby little world to entertain myself with. And now I'm going to destroy it. And he says, who are you? And so, it's the moon. The man in the moon. When you're lost in the dark, it's my face you see. I'm the villain. Woo! And so, Flex says, face rings a bell. Weren't you one of the insecurity guards, or did you once fight in Vietnam? And he says, no one's ever fought me before, Flex. I can't be fought. I can't be reasoned with. Your friend, the Fact, learned that when he met me. Now he's gone. I spread him. I twisted him backwards and forwards through the time and space. How peculiar he must have seemed in his mad efforts to guide you here. That's right. Faculty X is nothing more than the fact displaced through time, he says. And so he picks up this little card here. And he reads it. The fact is, the fish got changed more often than the water. So, he says he left that card. It's what made him think the world was worth saving. I believe, but now he's gone. In fact, the fact isn't, I'm afraid. And he continues, I have something else to show you. We can call it a symbol of the age, the house that I built. And so he's pulling something out, and it's this thing here. Look, the world isn't real, Flex. It's just a cheap replica, an imaginary story barely fit to amuse children and illiterates. I'm here to bring some realism into your life, he says. This is Black Mentalum. This is the death of Flex Mentallo, and no one cares. And after you, I'll kill the world, rip it like a paper, bomb it back to dead dust. You failed. And so it's like his kryptonite. And he's like, oh, so weak. And that moon man smiles, and behind him, that's enough, asshole. I've got 6 chambers of semi-jacketed realism, 8 right at your sea of tranquility. Drop the rock. And I love this guy here with his arms crossed. Very heroic here. And so this guy continues here. See, on one parallel Earth, my pill bottle had paracetamol in it. On the other, it has M&Ms. All I've got to do is decide which one I'm on. I'm only dying if I took the pills. Listen, I really appreciate you talking to me for so long. No wonder they call you Samaritans. You must. And so he gets like a message says, the Legion of Legions is trying to get through. And then he goes, shit, did you hear that? What the fuck was that? And then he puts it in again. So this guy's is nuts here. What the fuck was that? The Legion of Legions. Oh shit. I went in through the castle in the goldfish bowl. That was it. Right into my head. Into everybody's head. So, ugh, Morrison. And they told me the secret origin of everything. And so Limbo continues talking here. Since we came to live in the imagination, we've been creating and transmitting certain ideas directly into your reality. How crooked and strange your world seems to us. Something has gone wrong. I'll try to explain. It was Nanoman and Minimus. So they shrunk to quark size, crisscrossing and weaving through space-time to build the whole universe from the ground up. They're everywhere and everywhen simultaneously. We're made of them. But it was too much, he told me. The shock of it. They went into some kind of fucking quantum coma, right? They weren't alive, they weren't dead, and neither was the universe. The Legion of Legions couldn't come back until we decided one way or the other. They want us to believe the universe into life. So, and you can see all these weirdness being built. I wonder how Morrison described it. We're waiting in the star Sirius, which is an interior star. We're waiting for you to remember and choose and make us real again. Don't be afraid. Before it was a bomb. The bomb was an idea, he says. Help us, he said. Help us rebuild the world, the shining towers of Neutropolis, the gloomy canyons of Satellite City, the little orphanage in Farvale, the plazas and monorails of Archway City. No more barriers between the real and the imaginary. I can't be remembering this. I'm losing my fucking mind. I took pills and all the characters I read about and the ones I made up are dying with me. That's all. I took the pills. You can see him kind of just going crazy here. But it might have been M&M's. So, all right. And so the lieutenant says, drop the fucking rock. And the other guy goes, maybe I was wrong about Faculty X being behind it all, Harry. My hoax sense is jangling. And so the guy in the moon guy says, whose story is this, Harry? This imaginary story? Not yours, not his. And suddenly he's like, ugh, and very plastic manish. Ah, that is so cool. And so the moon guy says, the hoaxer hoaxed. Get with the program, Harry. Happy endings are for kids. And so, looks like we have killed the hoax here. And he points the gun at him here and says, son of a bitch. And the moon guy says, let's hear the sentimental fish story again, Harry. The little act of kindness. One more time before I make you grieve so hard there's only one way out for a grizzled old warhorse like you, huh? And so he points the head at him. Jesus, I love my wife. You fuck, what do you love? God damn. There's no love in this world anymore. Do it, Harry. Do it for all of us. Suddenly, blam! So, and behind him was the hoax. And he goes, that's right. Blam. You've been had, Dad, seeing, not believing. No one hoaxes the hoaxer, least of all you. And he takes away his thing. And he goes, no. I know, know what I think? I think you want everyone to be dead because looking at life makes you realize that you're missing, what you're missing. Only a bitter little adolescent boy could confuse realism with pessimism. Flex it, Mentallo. And he goes, you bet. And so he flexes, which is his power. If you've ever watched, I believe, the Doom Patrol, Flex Mentallo is in there. So, and so, got him. So, well, thank the fuck for Muscle Mystery. It's not over yet, Harry. One more thing I have to do. And the moon guy's like, and he takes off the mask. There. So now you know my secret identity. So what? It doesn't matter. It's all shit. Pathetic fucking loser fantasies for lonely wankers who've had so much sand kicked in their faces they look like the opening credits of Lawrence of Arabia. And so Flex, or no, that look at you, a half-naked muscle man in trunks. What's that supposed to signify? What are you? Do you know what you are? And he says, sure, I'm a superhero. Being clever is a fine thing, but sometimes a boy just needs to get out of the house and meet some girls. Gamble a stamp. I can show you how to be a real man. And he offers him his hands. And he says, the world's going to end. I made the world to end. I don't want to die. And Flex says, oh, no, sorry. We continue here with the guy. I just want to be the last boy on Earth, on my own, where nobody can see me or hurt me. I've killed the world. What have I done? It's the apocalypse. And Flex says, no, not if I can help it. And so, here, it was M&M's. Why should I want to commit suicide? I've got a brilliant life. It was him. It was me at age 16. He'd had killed me if it wasn't for Flex. I must have known when I made him up. I must have known when I was little. Flex would never let us down. And so we're heading toward the end here. So, oh fuck, I'm really tripping. Something's happening. Something's really amazing is about to happen. So Nanoman Mini Miss, and so I guess we're repeating this. Ambient pulse cycling system activations. Do you believe in superheroes? Imagine it real. Imagine their technology, their culture impacting with ours. Dreamtrons and boom shoes, paraspacesuits and omniscopes. Imagine the music we could make. Ultrasonic infrasound. Grant Morrison's just making stuff up. It was just the light I read my comics by. The Man in the Moon, I mean. The key is the Man in the Moon. Where are all these ideas coming from? Whatever happened to that light? And so now you can see him kind of dancing. Everything's coming alive. Everything's starting to glow. Ha! If you could just feel it. This is what it must be like to be a superhero. You know, hearing other universes chafing against ours. And he says, I have to see my girlfriend. I have to tell her it was all just stupid. I have to tell her. And of course, they continue here. Love you always. Love you. My God. Hello? Was it something I said? Hello? Is anybody? Shit. Oh shit. No batteries. Alive, he says. The universe is dead. The universe is alive. Clap your hands if you believe in superheroes. Ha 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 ha. No fucking batteries. Ha 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 ha. So here we show that he actually was talking to somebody. And so he puts the payphone away. And of course, from the beginning, here's the bomb. Event sequence activated. And so, all right, we're down to the last 5 pages here. So the lieutenant goes, the world doesn't stand a chance, Mentallo. They wouldn't come. Why should they come? Why should they care? Look at this. I thought he had coal in his hand before he disappeared, but look. And Flex says, they'll come. And here you have like this little white glowing thing. It's kind of cool how they make it glow even against the white background. So, and he says, it's a diamond. And Flex says, you came through for me, Lieutenant. They'll come through for us. The fact is out there somewhere, and I know we can trust them. The distress signal's on its way. All we can do is hope. This is Flex Mentallo signing off. It's kind of cool. I'll be right here if you need me. And so we see the kitty cat. So this was a comic book story, perhaps. And the other guy bumps into him, says, Christ, sorry, mate. And so, welcome. You have been inhabiting the first ultra post-futuristic comic characters are allowed full synchro interaction with readers at this level. The key is the Man in the Moon. We're now retrieving global activation code from your DNA cell structure, SHA. And so the guy goes, Christ almighty, what a fucking night. Brilliant. Fucking. And then he's like, this is kind of like, that's what this is supposed to be. And he looks at it and goes, no way. The Nanoman Mini Miss Quantum Weave is responding to code activation. Quark, turn on. Atoms, turn on. Molecules, turn on. And he says, I'm still hallucinating. I must be. The word. Full system activation. Cells, turn on. Reintegration code. Ultraviolet. Hypno trigger activation. Prepare for reentry. God, how can you not love this? I know these videos, they haven't gotten very much play. I don't know. But I did this kind of for me. So we're almost done here. And he looks down, and all of a sudden we get, ha! And he sort of explodes. Brace yourselves for total reality. I love this as the sun's coming through the curtain here, and the cat here, his name's Tibbert. Where is he? What happened last night? Where did he go after I? And she goes, oh shit. And so here's the hoax. Last call for flight 230. They're coming through. Thank you for your participation. And she says, is somebody there? Shit. I love you. Why is it so bright? Is that the dawn? Look up. And so we see all the heroes. Sorry. Here we go. So the last thing I was going to do is show you this. This is from the trade paperback. And this was going to be as you can see here, the cover to issue 1. And so some pages here. Stone Kid, Puerto Rican. So, man, how do you take a Grant Morrison script and do these weird things? So, I love Frank Quietly. I think he is an amazing illustrator. He's a phenomenal artist. Look at this. I love this. This is the composition to the cover. That is so freaking good. And so here are some of the art pages. That is pretty cool. Look at that. The pencils, inks, just amazing. That is cool. Look at his beautiful art. I think he is a phenomenal artist, so oh, that is so cool. Look at that. And so that ends. So, Flex Mentallo number 4 from 1996. I have covered all 4. It is really fucking weird. It's okay. If anything else, just enjoy the Frank Quietly art because he is an absolute amazing illustrator. So, like and subscribe. I do thank you for listening. And the series is over. It was 4 issues. So, if you hated it, that's all right. We're done with it. So, all right. Bye.